Alright guys, I actually finished L.A.Noire. So, I just want to make a video really quick of my afterthoughts on it. As you guys probably know, I already made a video of me playing it before and how much I was enjoying it. Well, once I ran into the second disc, that ran short. I was kind of getting annoyed with the game. It was kind of getting very bland. It was just the same crap over and over, and it never really got to anything different until the last mission in the third disc. I'm trying to talk without any spoilers here. The third disc really got intense, I guess, in some weird point of perspective, because this game never really got intense at all. The action was pretty lame. Even when you had to chase people, there was no action really. It was very slow, very slow. And I don't know, at the end it finally started to pick up, and then the game just kind of ended. That's another thing. At the end of this game is just very quick. Literally, it's a blink of an eye. It's boom, it's done. And I was very disappointed in the clip that was after the credits. It was just a lost clip that they must have just had, and they're like, you know what, let's just throw that in there, because they could have definitely used it in the game, and it totally wasn't worth waiting after the credits for that. It was such a dumb clip, and I don't know, really, I think I would score it at 7.5 out of 10. It's just not what it was and what I thought it would be. Like I said, I was very much enjoying it in the beginning. We'll put it this way: in the first disc, you're playing as just a criminal investigator, or I should say not a criminal investigator, crime scene investigator, and it's all sweet. That's when I had the most fun, is just going through a case and trying to figure out what happened. Then in the second disc, the second and third disc, everything's tied together somehow. Like I said, no spoilers that I'm trying to do here. Everything's just tied in, and each investigation you do has something to deal with the other one you just did. And it really kind of got annoying. I can understand if you wanted to do that for 3 of them, but for the whole rest of the game, it kind of got annoying in my point of perspective. Like I said, the first disc is where it was at. That's what I kind of based it off of my last video, was that first disc. I really tried to rush through this game. I was really becoming dry with it, especially because I have so many games that I wanted to play, and I wanted not to finish this. I did not want this to just sit there and not be finished, and I wanted to kind of get a thorough review on it, and I didn't. Obviously, that was the correct thing to do, because the first disc was way different than the rest of the game. The one thing that really pissed me off in the game was the driving. I know I mentioned that before. It never got any better. I still sucked at it. It was terrible controls, and for Rockstar to fail at that was pretty bad. I haven't played such a bad driving open world game. And that's another thing I want to throw out there. Heck, I might even pull off that half and give it a 7 out of 10. Is the open world sucked. It was so bad. You couldn't do shit. There was no side quest. There was only one side quest you could possibly do, and that's if, I shouldn't even say quest, side mission. And that's if you were called on to go do this little side mission. And that was it. There was absolutely nothing else. And usually in open world games, I love to explore. I love to look around. And this game had nothing. I mean, it's almost a disgrace to call it an open world, game. But I mean, there's nothing to look for in the game. There's hidden cars, and there's these whatchamacallit, I don't know, places where you can take a picture, pretty much, like monuments. And that is it. There is nothing. Through the game, for hidden things, there's newspapers. There's only 13 of them. Really? Come on, Rockstar. Seriously? You guys are better than this. I've waited for this game for about 3 years, 2 or 3 years? I don't know. And, I mean, I enjoyed it. in a certain perspective. I love the animation with the facial expressions. That was sweet. You know, they didn't go wrong there. But as everything else, it just seemed to fall a little short on my watch. I'm just trying to also kind of think what else really bothered me, but you know, that driving really was trash. You know what? I know a lot about, you know, the end of the 40s and the early 50s, and for some reason all the cars blended in together. They didn't distinguish. It didn't feel like they didn't distinguish the cars correctly. And that's another thing. We'll go back with the cars too. Is like I was trying to look for as many cars as possible because you were supposed to have, I think, 92, 93 cars to unlock. To just, you know, all you had to do was get in them. And I was having a hard time. I think I only got up to 50. Like I said, having a hard time distinguishing them. Now, when you got into a car, it told you what year it was and what model and what brand it was, which that was all cool, but like it only tells you that once. So you get into, you know, an old Chevy truck, it tells you everything, and then later on in the game, if you get into the same thing, it tells you absolutely nothing. What is up with that? I was pretty pissed on that, just because I like to read the cars that I'm in. I don't know, just a little habit of mine. And the speed in the game of you driving was very slow in my opinion. I mean, I unlocked an achievement. It said I was going 80 miles per hour for, I think, 5 seconds or something like that. It did not feel like that. It maybe felt like I was going 35. That's another thing, is this distinguish your speed was ridiculously, like, out of place. There was no way I was going 80. But anyways, I thought I'd just give you like a little overview and an afterthought of me talking about this, and how it was pretty disappointing. Rockstar, you really kind of let us down with this. It definitely was creative. I do give that. If we do see an L.A.Noire 2 or whatever, because no matter what, if a game does successful, you know you're going to see a sequel, no matter the ending or not. Who cares? I mean, pretty much everybody in the first game could light on fire and they'd be all dead. They could still make a second sequel to the game. So, you know, that's just how it goes with every game. Who knows if they will make an L.A.Noire 2, but if they do, they really got to clean it up. It was kind of sloppy, and how I talked about the glitches before, I found a hell of a lot more. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to go into all the glitches, but you'll see them if you've played the game. They're really annoying. But no, you know what? There is one in particular. Sorry. But there is one in particular. There's a time where they're talking and the guy isn't talking. His mouth's moving, but it doesn't work. But anyways, other than that, that was just so annoying because I missed a part of dialogue, and it was just like, okay, thanks. But anyways, okay game. I'll drop it down to 7 out of 10. Check it out if you guys are curious. I mean, if you have $60 to spend, I mean, I don't know if I'd jump into this game. Luckily, I only got it for $30. So if you guys see it on discount or whatever, definitely pick it up. It's definitely a neat, unique game, but needs to be polished more. That's my afterthoughts on L.A.Noire. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.